Hey, I think I'm a little more awake now. Okay. Maybe my voice is too. We'll see. I just did practice the song. I've sung it better before, but I think it's okay. I don't, it's not like my voice was cracking or anything. It was just like, I think sometimes my voice is a little happier. But this is a higher song. That's why I left it for a second. This is also a song. Let me just put it in front of me before I forget. There you go. That I feel like I only became aware of in the last year or two, even though it's a very old song, as well, you've seen the title, Moon River. Yeah, like I'm sure I've heard it at some point in my life, but I have like a great playlist. It's not just a playlist, even like Spotify is great just for like if you like a particular artist or if you keep liking a particular type of song, it'll just play other songs like that. And I've come across it's either two or three versions of this song. And one of them's just instrumental, but it's beautiful. One of them, it's really funny. Like the woman singing is beautiful, but it sounds like she's playing on this little old timey kids like preschooler piano type thing. It's like ding 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 ding. So the accompaniment is a little lacking on that one, but whatever. And then I started looking into this before I went to play it, and I'm like, oh, Barbara Streisand sang this? Oh, crap. So I'm not going to be at Streisand level. I'll just put that out there. But I think I sing it pretty well, actually. This one, I think, suits my voice pretty well. If, I say that now, and then halfway through, I'm going to, like, break, and it's going to be, no, it'll be fine. And now that I've, like, sung it enough times, I have the words memorized, and I've been singing it to Wisp, and she likes it, so now we have a new lullaby. It's great. I'm trying to like think of new lyrics for Moonchild. She's not wider than a mile. Longer than a mile? She's a long dog. She's not that long. But anyway, it's a beautiful song, and once it like really got into my head, I'm like, why have I not sung this? Like, this needs to happen. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think there's anything else I needed to say about it necessarily before I play it. Here we go. Moon river, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. Okay, I'm stopping partway through. I repeat a thing and then do the chorus again, but I'm already messing up too many times for my liking, so I'm gonna start over. Did I say the other one was harder to play? I was wrong. The other one was supposed to have another note in it that made it harder, but I took it out because it was unnecessary, or another chord, I should say. I'll get to that after I'm done with this, because I don't want to like be switching melodies in the middle of a song. This one has a lot more switches, and some of them are tricky. You know what? I'm actually going to take my ring off for a minute, because sometimes I'm, like, worried about it moving and it gets in the way. So I'm sorry, honey. I promise I'll put it right back on. Once I'm done. I know I can play this better than that. And sing a little better, maybe. Singing was okay. Fine. There we go. Nice and clear vocal cords. Sorry, my hair got caught under the ukulele. I'm gonna continue this time no matter what, okay? Like sometimes I lose my place. That's what happened the first time. I was like, wait, where am I again? Which chord is next? Because there's so many of them. Look, I'm reaching to like move my ring and it's not there. I'm so addicted to that movement. Okay, anyway. Y'all are like, really, Katie? You thought this was a great song to sing? You can't even do it. I'm gonna do it. I promise. Wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, moon, river, and me. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, moon, river, and me. That last chord did not, ring out the way I wanted it to. Whatever. There. See, I can sort of do it sometimes when my hair is not caught behind stuff and I'm not screwing up chords constantly. Okay, now I'm gonna put my ring back on. Yeah, okay, so this one, like, now I have all those chords memorized, but you know how sometimes I make notations of chords? Look at all the chords at the bottom of this one, and that's not even all of them. Like, I left off ones like C and G that I just know. What else did I leave off? I think I put most of the rest of them on here just for funsies, because sometimes, like, I'll go to replay a song down the road and I'm like, how do you play that chord again? And I didn't make myself a note, so I was just like, I'm gonna go note happy on this one. But this plus 2 more chords, that's how many chords are in this. And like you saw, it's a lot of quick-ish changes. I mean, it's a slow song, so it's not like, wider than a mile, you know? That was ridiculous. But I forget which one's the hardest one. And there's some F minors, those are always tricky. But I think I nailed them all this time. Go me! That took a little bit of just like reteaching my hand. You can do this. It's okay. Just press that pinky down. Give it a little strength. Yeah, there you go. I have to encourage my fingers sometimes. Like, yes, you've done this before. You can do it again, I promise. I love this song. It's adorable. Although, as I was going down the Spotify cover rabbit hole, I listened to the original by Audrey Hepburn, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. Like, after listening to other people sing it, I hated her version. And I know, like, okay, funny story. On our honeymoon, the first part of it, like, we split our honeymoon into two parts. There was one, like, long weekend right after our wedding, and then we did the other, like, that was in May. And then in, what was it, August? Sometime in the fall, we went overseas to Germany and Austria and did some cool stuff. So that was kind of the second half. But during the first half, we were both just wiped. Like, I especially, but we were both just very, very exhausted from all of the wedding stuff. And we just wanted to chill. Like, we went on a few little hikes and got out because we were near Table Rock State Park. So we went around Table Rock a bit. We went to, what's it called? Something of energy. Duke Power. Is it World of Energy? Something like that. It's, what do you call that? An interactive museum type thing about how electricity works. It's adorable. And okay, so I went there as a kid, and, you know, my dad and all, you know, the whole family, but my dad worked for Duke Power / now Duke Energy for many years, and he took us there at least once, if not more than once, as kids, and I was fascinated by it back then because it was probably pretty new at that point. You know, when you go back now, you're like, oh my god, this stuff is so from the 70s and 80s, and it has not been updated, and I love it so much. But we went there on our honeymoon too because it was nearby. Like, I was looking on the map because there's not much like near there. We were staying at a bed and breakfast near Table Rock, and I just assumed there would be other things to do around there. There's not. I was looking on the map and I was like, oh my god, it's the Duke Power World of Energy. We have to go there. Especially because, you know, Adam loves electronics and all that. And he knew most, if not all, of the stuff that was in the museum. But it was still fun to go there with him. And the people at the front desk confirmed, as far as they knew, we were the only honeymooners that had ever gone there on our honeymoon. So go us. We're silly. We don't take things very seriously. But anyway, sorry, getting back to this song on our honeymoon, I'm telling you about everything except this. There were several DVDs in the room of the bed and breakfast, or maybe they were downstairs. No, I think they were in the room. Whatever. They had a selection of DVDs so you could just watch movies. And that's what we did for, was it just one day? Probably just a day. I don't know. For a while. We watched a few movies. Top Gun was one of them, so that's a favorite forever now. It was already a favorite for me, and I know he had seen it. I think he liked it, whatever. But now it has more meaning because of that. Am I forgetting? Surely we watched more than just Top Gun at Breakfast at Tiffany's. Maybe not. Whatever. We watched Top Gun and we watched Breakfast at Tiffany's. Because I had never seen breakfast, can't say that word right now, at Tiffany's. I'm not sure if he had seen it or not. He can chime in. But I thought, you know, it's in that song. You know, we both like Breakfast at Tiffany's and that's something, whatever. You know what 90s song I'm talking about. And I was like, I feel like this is a movie I should watch at some point in my life. I mean, it's Audrey Hepburn. I love her in My Fair Lady. So surely this is going to be a great movie. And I hated it. I freaking hated it. So much so, I apparently blocked this song from my memory because I didn't remember it was from that movie. Like, legit, just in the last year or two, I've been hearing this song on Spotify. And I'm like, oh, what a pretty song. And then we're looking it up. And we find out it's from that movie, and I'm just like, no, come on! Which kind of made me not want to sing it, but I'm like, I'm not gonna let that terrible movie keep me from singing this beautiful song that was written for it. Even though she does not sing it well. I don't know what scene in the movie she's singing it. I didn't look for a video. I just heard the audio. So in that scene, maybe she's supposed to be, sad and moody and melancholy, and that's why she sounds not that great singing, because I know she can sing for My Fair Ladies, but whatever, it's not that great. So, but who was the person I just said her name at the beginning of the video. I can't think of her name all of a sudden. Streisand. There we go. Barbara Streisand. Her version is gorgeous. I mean, it's Barbara Streisand. What would you expect? But yeah, like, oh my God, so good. So after I heard that, I'm like, oh God, what am I doing singing this? Like, I can't sing like her. No, but nobody can sing like her. Very few can sing that level. So I'm like, yeah, I don't feel so bad. It's okay. But okay, the reason I hate that movie, and like, I wasn't loving the plot anyway, but at the end of the movie, she puts her cat out. She just like throws it out, like not throws it, but she kicks it out in the rain and like tells it to get lost. It's like, I forget what she's going through, why she's mad or upset, whatever. You don't take that out on animals. That is not okay. I don't care what's going on in your life. You do not abuse pets. And she just, get out of here. Don't want you anymore in the rain. And yes, I know a few minutes later, she's in a cab or something and she sees the cat and she takes it back and it's soaking wet. Like, they had to get this cat soaking wet for this scene. And I'm like, cats don't like to be wet. Generally speaking, maybe this cat was an exception, but either way, not cool, Audrey. I know she didn't write the movie, but I would, if I had been the star, I feel like I would have been like, no, that's a line too far. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Rewrite. I'll do something else crazy, but it's not going to be that. Who knows? She's probably like an animal humanitarian. Wait, that made no sense. Animal philanthropic. I don't know. Does she support animal rights and stuff now? That would be funny. Or I guess she's dead. I don't know. Wow. See, this is me. Front row seat to Katie's brain. I would have no idea if surely she has passed by now. But let me know if she was into animal rights and stuff. Maybe that'll make me feel better about that terrible movie that I'm never watching again. I don't care. I'm never watching it. It was terrible. So that was the only like bad part of our honeymoon, other than feeling exhausted, was that movie. I was just like, why did I watch this? This is terrible. And it just made me feel so mad afterward. Maybe we watched Top Gun as a palate cleanser after the fact. I don't know. But I do love this song now, and now I'm just like singing it around the house all the time, and it's so cute, and I love it, and I love the high range of it. I don't think I had to transpose this one. Usually I remember doing such things, but I don't think I had to on this one. Well, I might be able to check real quick if I still have that open, but oops, wrong tab. Move over. This one. Although I've been better about actually closing things after I'm done with them lately, so I don't still have it open. That's okay. Oh my God, too many things open. So I don't remember, but that's okay. But even though it's a lot of chords, the hardest one is F minor, so it's not that bad. And of course, their version of D7 is still the stupidest version. Please, everyone who plays ukulele, never play the weird, like, 4-finger version of D7. It's 2 strings. This what the furthest. I don't know if you're closest to your face, the closest, and then you skip one, and then the next one, there, on the 2nd fret. Yeah, there. This is terrible. I can. That's D7. That sounds funny all of a sudden. In context, it sounds great. Okay, if a song is calling for a D7 and you're singing this thing that's like all like, don't do it. Do this. Because if you try to do the other thing, it will keep you from playing so many songs. Because I can't even with that version of that chord. I don't even know what it is, or I would show you. I'm being goofy, just being like, but it's something crazy. I'm telling you, it's really hard, and it's completely unnecessary. And I found this version of D7 just on a random ukulele chord chart somewhere, and thank goodness I did, because there'd be so many songs I would not have ever played, like D7 here, and then you just move over two strings. See, you're here, and then you just go hop, and then you're here, and that's E7. But this song called for proper E7, which is 3 fingers where you put your first one on the one closest to you. I don't even know the names of these strings, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know which one's C or D or even it's terrible. I know. But I don't need to know. Like, I needed to know to play the cello. I don't need to know for this. I just look at the chord notations and it's great. So here's 2-finger E7, which works for most songs. And then you can also play it with these 2 fingers depending on where you're wanting to go. That's that one. But it's a little bit of a uptick if you put in that 3rd finger. And for this song, you needed that. So I just notated that as E7-3 to remind myself to use 3 fingers. But again, many songs you can play E7 with just these 2 and it sounds just fine. So make life easy on yourself is what I'm saying. Don't overcomplicate if you don't have to. And for F, I swear by F2, it's 1 finger on 1 string and it's so easy and it sounds so similar. Like, this is F, this is F2. Where's the difference? Somebody tell me where the difference is. I don't hear it. Sometimes, every once in a while, it makes a difference in a song, just with the notes that you're singing. But it's been a long time since it has made a difference. So I just put F2 in everything now, and I love it. Real quick, what I forgot to say about the Not I song. Okay, this is what it wanted me to do. And for a while, I was like, I'm never going to be able to play this song. It's too hard because of this. It wanted you to do... what note am I singing? Everything you plant will die. And then D. The seasons will all pass you by. And D. Oh, but you don't need the D. Like, sure, it sounds fine. It sounds good, even. But it's unnecessary. And it's just another big movement that you have to transition from. Like, D is not... Ugh, I've shown y'all D before. It's all 3 fingers on 3 strings in 1 fret. You gotta smush them together. Or you can try to do the weird stacking thing and try not to hit the first string, which obviously I'm touching it right now, or it wouldn't sound like that. I'm still touching it. There we go. Good luck. Ugh. So I usually play a D like this now. I have to make sure my nails are nice and super short. Yeah. But it's just, but I was just like, seriously, you want me to go from E minor to D and back to G when I could go from E minor to G, which is what I did. Everything you plant will die. Everything. No. Seasons all will pass you by. Okay, I really can't sing those low notes now. After singing the highest song especially, it's just like, nope. Lower register is gone for today. No, it'll come back. But yeah. See, sometimes you just need to leave them out. Like, if there were other accompaniment going with the ukulele, like maybe you would need to do that to match everybody else. But if it's just a ukulele, nobody cares. No, I mean, somebody who's like a huge fan of that song might be like, she's not playing that chord that goes there. And then I'll be like, yeah, I'm not apologizing for it. That enabled me to play it at all without killing myself. And it was like killing my thumb because I was having to put so much pressure to do all those freaking D's. It was just like, no. So, Moon River is gorgeous. What did I do? I played the wrong thing. Gorgeous. I'll sing it with a smile because I love it so today. 3-7. Yeah, love that song. So, okay, real quick, something I didn't say in the other video, because, oh my god, how did this one get so long? Okay, I'm not even gonna get into it then. I really thought this one was shorter. Probably didn't help that I started the song over 3 times. My bad. Hey, I'm a little bit of a perfection. Okay, this is good. Since I'm podcasting this afternoon, let me get all my word tripping out of the way now, so hopefully I won't be doing it then. I really don't know how I went this long talking, and I didn't even... It's not anything to do with the song, though. It was just another, thing going on in our life. But, it's not... It can wait. It can wait. Y'all don't want to hear about cat puke and cat diseases and things. I don't even want to think about them. Hopefully it's not a disease. Well, it's either a syndrome or a disease. We don't know yet. We're hopefully finding out today. Maybe. Maybe not. I hate not knowing. Anyway. Anything else? Oh. So I'll just throw this in because this is more fun to talk about than sick cats. I helped write a book last year. I don't think I've mentioned this on... Whoa, focus. Thank you, Daniel-san. I don't think I've mentioned that on here. If I have, sorry. But I have it in my hand now. So it's not available for purchase quite yet. It's available for pre-order. It's on Amazon and several other places. If you go to... leave out the, but just unofficialharrypottercompanion.com. That's got links to all the places where you can purchase it. But yeah, presented by Aloha Mora. That's the podcast that I'm recording this afternoon, that I've been with since 2017, I think. Yeah, I think 2017. So yeah, this is a companion book to Sorcerer's Stone. So those of you who have read Harry Potter, this is just the first book of the 7 of the series. And it just, goes through, chapter by chapter. We analyze chapter. We talk about foreshadowing. We put in ring theory, extra stuff. We ask you questions, consider this. Have you ever thought about whatever? There's a timeline. You can see what dates and days things happen on, what time of day, even if it's mentioned in the book. Did you know? We add in these little factoids, and there's quotes from the podcast, the episodes where they talked about these chapters. And meanwhile elsewhere, that's one of my favorites. So it's while this is going on, somewhere else, such and such is going on. And it's just something you probably have never thought of. Even in the back of your head, if you thought about it, you'd be like, oh yeah, I guess those happen at the same time. But it just pulls it to the forefront. And then there's some fandom stuff in here, beyond the books. Oh yeah, there's a lot of research. It's a lot. It's fun. It's happy making, and it has... Wait, which page is it? There we go. It has yours truly right there. Yay. Yup. Here, maybe if I hold it up, is that focused? I can't tell half the time when this thing is focused and when it's not. It's not, is it? Whatever. Some of it's focused. There. Maybe. Yeah. There's the 4 of us that wrote this book. And it's coming out in April. Sorry, I didn't say that. It's coming out next month. April 19th, I'm pretty sure is the date. And I'm excited. And it's I don't know what the word for that is. Is that embossing, or is embossing always raised? I don't know. It's more it goes down into the design, but there's texture there. I can't. Well, you can see the shine of it a little. That's really hard to show. Whatever. You'll just have to get your own copy and feel it up. Yeah. It was sitting right here, so it caught my attention. I'm like, oh, right, I need to mention that to people that care. No pressure. I'm not saying because you know me, you have to buy one. It's okay. It's really okay. But if you like Harry Potter, you probably would like it. And they're working on volume 2 right now for Chamber of Secrets. I am not working on that one because 1 was enough for me. I don't think I'm ever going to write another book, or at least not a group book. It was just hard. It was really hard. Like, when you're just relying on yourself to do a thing, that's one thing, but when there's so many moving parts, like, not to say anything negative about these women, it was hard. Like, you remember group projects in school? Like, they can just be difficult. So I was just like, and plus we were figuring out all of the other stuff that goes with, like, forming an LLC and getting contracts written up and making the website. Like, there was just so much that needed to be done that will help all of the future books, but we had to do it for the first one, so we were also involved in all of that, and it was just a lot. It took a lot of my time last year, and I was just so exhausted and done by the end of it, and, you know, on top of pandemic stress and everything else, and I was just like, I'm good. I did the thing. I can check it off my bucket list, and that's sometimes just, that's enough for me. I did it once or twice, and then I'm good. So I can say I helped author a book. I am a published author. Go me. Like, you can't even tell which parts I wrote because it wouldn't matter. Honestly, we helped each other a good bit as well. So some parts are not just written by one person. It could be a combination. But yeah. Why am I still talking? This thing is 32 minutes long. Okay, I'm gonna go now. But this has been fun. Yeah. The cats are probably mad that I didn't let them up here, but I knew Wiss especially was gonna just be yelling at me the whole time. She is something else right now. Real quick, she's on wet food, not because there's something wrong with her, although putting her on wet food made her throw up hairballs. Why? She's never had hairball issues before. All of a sudden, she's on wet food, she has a hairball. Like a massive hairball. So I need to do some research and talk to the vet or something. I keep forgetting to do that. But if any of you know why wet food would give a cat hairballs, let me know, because I'm really confused on that one. You would think it would be the opposite. At least I did, but it was clearly not. At least for some special kitties. And Skeletor's the one that's got something really wrong with him, with his digestion. It's either IBD or cancer. But if it's cancer, it's small cell lymphoma, which they say is not aggressive in cats. They can live with it for several years. But I don't know what kind of treatment is going to be entailed with either one of those diagnoses. And this cat is already so picky about what he will and will not eat and what will and will not make him puke, because he is a puker. We should have named him Poltergeist, because oh my god, a cat can throw up a lot. Everywhere. So much puke. But we still want him to be as happy and comfortable as possible, so we're doing all the things to get him diagnosed and then go from there. But yeah, things are a little tricky in Kittyland right now, so keep your fingers crossed. Send some rainbows, some star sprinkles, love, all the good things to Skeletor and Wisp, so maybe she won't get more hairballs. I got some wet food that's for hairball, so hopefully that'll help too, because she won't. Of course, I get the hairball gel, won't touch it. I get the hairball treat, won't eat it. I love my cats. I really do so much. But I swear, she's just like high or something now that she's on wet food, and she's just like, mommy, all the time. Not all the time, but when the dog's not around, which is today because she's at daycare, which is why I can do this and record a podcast in the afternoon. Sorry. I think that's everything. I hope y'all love my new Luke, as Kevin called it. It's not new. I did it once before. I swear though, I did it just for like goofs that day. I don't think I did it again until recently. And I started doing it again, and I'm like, this is great. Why did I stop doing this? This is fantastic. When my hair is dirty and it needs washing, I can either put the lost the word bandana thing on, which is fine. I mean, it's rainbow and pretty, so sometimes I still wear that. But even on days when it's not that dirty, I can still do this, and it's out of the way. It's fun. Like, I was out walking the dog the other day. We are buddies with one of the UPS men who delivers stuff to our door, and he gives treats to Moonchild, so of course he's her buddy too. And he saw my hair, like I was even wearing this rainbow scrunchie, and I have on shoes that are rainbow colors, and he's just like, oh, I love the 80s style, you got some. And yeah, first he just saw the hair, and then I was like, yeah, see, it matches my shoes. And he's like, oh, you got the Punky Brewster thing going on. And I'm just like, yes. that is what I want people to say about me. 80s Punky Brewster. I mean, if he knew of I don't know if he knew, did I mention Rainbow Bright to him? I don't know. I might have said something like, I love rainbows and Rainbow Bright, and he might, yeah, maybe he was just like, oh yeah, I gotta remember Rainbow Bright. Whatever. Most people remember Punky Brewster a little more, I think, but I'm not so sure about that. Although Punky Brewster got a good reboot, can't say that word, and Rainbow Bright didn't, so maybe people do remember Punky Brewster more than Rainbow Bright, which is unfortunate and sad if that's the case, because there was so much Rainbow Bright merchandise. How did you miss out on Rainbow Bright? Even if you didn't watch the cartoon, you saw the commercials. Don't tell me you didn't if you were my age. So anyway, but I will take Punky Brewster any day of the week. She's also one of my style icons. I totally should start like tying a bandana around my jeans, like on the outside, and all the things. She had the best wardrobe. When I was watching that show for the first time, last year, I guess, like almost every episode, I was like, I want that outfit. Like, why does this not exist for anyone anymore? But especially people my age and not just children. Because I would rock those outfits so hard. Anyway, and I'm not rocking any outfit today. I have on a funny Mozart shirt with a wolf. I don't even know why there's a wolf. I guess it's because the O is a moon. And there's like a piano down here at the bottom. What does it say? Oh, it's in German. Oh. In Austria for one night, December 12th, 1789, or 86, sorry. So it's upside down. I don't know what the significance of that date is, if there is one, but it's my Mozart shirt. There. Said it 3 times fast, so now I can say it. Mozart shirt. And I just happen to be wearing it. So I'm not playing anything Mozart related at all, but who knows, maybe there's a Mozart song that these chords were based off of. I'm sure there's a lot of popular music that has roots in classical. Oh, playing the wrong chord. No, I'm not. What? Where was I? Oh, yes I was. Like, there's one, I think it's an Evanescence song that, like, legit has Mozart in it. I couldn't tell you which song it is off the top of my head, but I remember hearing it once and just being like, that's Mozart in the middle of that song. So anyway, yeah, wow, okay, I'm approaching 40 minutes. Really gonna go now. I love all you guys so much. I miss you so much. I'm so glad I will hopefully be able to see you all again soon and, start living life again. That'd be great. And, playing some more ukulele. I've got a few more songs already in my noggin as ideas of things to do. And if you have any requests, let me know, because there's surely songs that I would like and just they haven't crossed my mind yet. Or I forgot. They crossed it and then just in one... It's not in an ear. What would that be? In one brain cell, out another. Yeah, so but thanks for sticking around if you did. What was my, I think it was chicken leg last time. This time it's gonna be, what's something there was an emoji of? Um Clover. It's March. It's not quite St. Patrick's Day yet, but it might be by the time I post these. So, Clover. If you made it to the end, let me know. And I love you again. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and my silly videos and songs in my beautiful rainbow room. And I will see y'all next time. Have a rainbow day. Bye. I didn't click the thing at all, did I? Usually I leave the mouse on the button, so all I have to do is click it. I forgot I had been looking other stuff up. Okay, bye!